I, 27F, found out 5 months ago that my sister, 29F, was sleeping with my husband, 28M, and he got her pregnant. I kicked him out and filed for divorce, and I refused to forgive my sister for it. The worst part of all of it was he and I were exploring fertility options for us, because I had trouble getting pregnant, and was given a couple of diagnoses to explain the reasons for it. My sister knew, and she still expected me not to be incredibly hurt and broken by it. What's as bad though is the fact our parents, 57M, 54F, and brothers at 25M, 30M, are angry that I won't forgive my sister. They set me up once to be in the same room as her so she could apologize, and I told her I would never forgive her, and she was working herself up and begging me for my forgiveness, and I refused. I even told her I needed her out of my face, because I wanted to make her suffer the way she had made me suffer. My family were like, how could you say that? You could hurt her and the baby, causing her so much distress, and I told them I didn't care. My mom tried to get me to come around, but I told her all her talks should be aimed at the person who betrayed me and wants to flaunt her pregnancy with my ex-husband in her face. My sister told me she would keep trying to make me forgive her, and would not leave me alone. I told her I wished she was dead, and from the day I found out she was dead to me. My younger brother told me he understood my pain, and he didn't want me to feel shut out of the family. But then he also confirmed he would side with everyone else if I ended up pushed out, because I won't forgive. My dad asked me what could be done to make things right, and what would bring this family back together. He told me she's suffering enough, with my ex refusing to have anything to do with her and the baby. I told him I didn't care, and I was glad she was suffering. I told him in my eyes she'll never suffer enough for it, and that if he only cared about supporting her then he should leave and come back when he cares about what this has done to me. My mom tried again after Dad, but again she tried the same tactic about sisterhood and not letting a guy come between us. She even asked me what I would do if my sister ended up dying from this pregnancy after me wishing it on her. She asked me how I will feel missing out on the baby's life. I told her better than being reminded of the fact I couldn't get pregnant, and then she fucks him and gets knocked up. Now I have to ignore most of their messages because all they want to talk about is me forgiving her. My mom even wanted me to help with getting my ex to at least pay child support when the baby comes, and I refused. At this point nothing to do with them, and this baby is my concern. My focus is on getting a divorce and moving on from the two people who betrayed me. But I can already tell I am probably going to lose the rest of my family to this, and I don't know if I'm supposed to try and save it or not. Minor sister. Advice? Top comments. 8.9k upvotes, nervous_revenue_9331. Sweet Jesus, that's a grim read. Get your divorce, cut them out of your life, and I would move away. All of them are horrible people. Hope you find somebody out there you deserve. 2.2k upvotes, snoo recipes 9891. People can't force you to forgive someone. It happened to you, not them. I'm sorry your family is not being supportive. Seems like you'd need to get some distance from all of them so you can process it all. You get to decide what you want to do, not them. 1.6k upvotes, Zeldepin. No advice. Look at all of them, right in their faces, and say it's clear you've made your choice. You have decided to support a lying, cheating, manipulative asshole over your daughter, who was the victim of her actions. So I will now make mine. You are all out of my life. Period. I hope it was worth it. And walk away. I don't know why you are even remotely entertaining their conversations. And be sure to take him to the cleaners in the divorce. Alimony, whatever you can get. Take every dime from him. Your family can support her financially since they support her so much. 1.6k upvotes, whole astronomer 4658. It's honestly not your problem. I would ghost the entire family tbh. And your sister is trash. 1k upvotes, apprehensive pop 201. Do they expect you to ever trust her again? Your ex and your sister were two people you should have been able to trust. They both broke that trust. You are a much bigger person than I am, if you forgive them. 862 upvotes, Lucaron. There is no law stating that you are required to maintain contact or a relationship with anyone on earth. Period. If forgiveness ever comes, it's solely on your terms. They can either live with it or kick rocks. You were betrayed. Don't forget who did what in the aftermath. 468 upvotes, just as I can be so cruel. I would blast her ass on social media, so the whole extended family knows what she and your ex did. Your family wants you to forgive to save them the embarrassment. Fuck that. Once you forgive, then that validates that your sister is the poor victim for being left by your ex to have his kid, but as long as you hold out, outsiders see your sister for what she is, and that is just as shitty as your ex. And frankly, with situations like these, you only lose your family for a short while, a couple years, before they are willing to fold and not force you to forgive your sister. Until then, focus all your energy and efforts on yourself and keep your family blocked. 223 upvotes, Riker_Omega_3. You only have one daughter now. Since I know you are going to choose the one who has a baby, there's no reason to drag this out. She betrayed me. You condone it. That makes you just as evil as her. I am no longer going to be a part of your family moving forward. Anyone who takes your side or sister's side in all this is going to be permanently removed from my life. Because I would rather be alone than be a part of a family full of people who have no souls. You failed as parents. You failed to raise sister to be a decent human being, and you failed me when you blindly supported sister after her betrayal. Congratulations. You and sister destroyed this family, and there is no going back. 202 upvotes, realistic_soup_1131. I've rarely read a story as heartbreaking as yours. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. I think they are just trying to ease your sister's guilt, and they don't seem to care about your feelings. Since she said she'll keep pushing until you forgive her, you should consider going to the police, or seeking a restraining order to stop her from contacting you. If you and your husband share income or assets, you should also consult a lawyer. Depending on where you live and the specific circumstances, there may be legal options if you're being subjected to ongoing psychological pressure or harassment. And if you forgive your sister now, next year they'll probably have another baby on the way, and you'll be expected to forgive her all over again.